Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending on where in the world you're watching this from. Welcome back to the Co-Crown Podcast. I'm AJ, and this week we have a Meg with us.
I'm back.
Yay!
You must be so happy. And I'm all orange again.
Yeah, we fixed your white balance. I don't know. That camera was giving me trouble last week. It just decided it wanted to stop working, so
And the light.
no, I'm trying to fix the white balance again here.
Okay.
So we are here today with Digimon Ghost Game episode 35, and well, he's finally here. The lad is finally here, isn't he? Like, it's feel like it's taken forever for us to get to this point. But finally, Lamormon. Now it did fix itself. I guess it just doesn't like that light.
Like that light and my hair and the fact that up here my hair is orange.
Yeah, it's probably just getting lost in all the color. So all I can do is just make you a bit cooler. Don't want to make you look cold, but if I leave it around here, that's probably as best as we're gonna get it for now, and we can work on it properly next week.
Yeah.
Well, in time for next week. Oh wait, no. On that, next week there might not be a show.
Yeah, we're not sure yet.
Yeah, we're not sure yet. We will keep you guys informed. Next week there might not be a show. But I don't really have any news. My survive cards survived the trip from Anime Expo to my hand here. I've just dumped them into some of these Pulsemon sleeves. Now, one set down, 3 to go. All the trouble Bandai is going to put me through. I'm getting play sets of these feckers. Well, I have the Japanese copy of the game coming, so there'll be a set in that. Technically not legal, even but but for just DOS matches with friends and even between ourselves and stuff, they'll be fine.
Yeah. I mean, once you have one of the cards, the English on it doesn't matter if the other one is Japanese.
It
shouldn't.
The same
card.
It shouldn't. Like, it really shouldn't. The only time it's really kind of acceptable is maybe if the card pack doesn't exist in your territory yet.
Yeah, true.
Like,
but if we're already in English, then
yeah,
yeah.
That'd be the only time. Like, personally, I'd be like, yeah, no. Because that gives you an advantage. You're using something that other territories don't have a way of accessing. Yeah. Like when I order in the Japanese boxes and the English boxes are still 3 packs behind. That's a bit unfair. But
yeah. Now, once there's an English version of the same card, it shouldn't matter if you have 3 of it in English and 1 Japanese one. It should still count.
It should, but the problem is little Timmy and Jimmy can't read Japanese, and that's, you got to keep the target demographic in mind. They're not, mommy and daddy's wallet only goes so far. But you don't really have a whole. Speaking of, like, Survive comes out this week. We hope. Hopefully, no last minute delays. Xenoblade 3 comes out this week. I finished Stray today. That was a fun game. Stray was really good.
Kitty cat.
Yeah, it was a fun little game. It'll be up on the channel over Monday and Tuesday.
Kitty cat and some really gross looking things.
Oh yeah, it just gets super Resident Evil for no reason in points.
There's like sitting there going, oh, he meows, and then you're like, oh no.
Yeah.
What are those?
Yeah, like there's eyes all over the walls, and like the wall is pulsating with like just flesh and pus and remains.
Pops out little egg looking things.
Pops out little tick looking crab things.
Yeah.
They're like evil Metroids. They're like Metroids with eyes. Yeah, no, it's a fun game, but some of it is just yeah. Hey, Reiko made it. Hi. Good to see you.
All right.
What I'm hearing about is walls covered in flesh and pus and things. Yeah, we were playing Stray. Oh, and hold on.
I got to move the
I got to move the cards back a tick.
Oh, what have I done?
So hold on. If I do this and pull you over here, and then you, there we go. That'll do. Yeah, we're just talking about the game Stray. I finished that today. That was a really fun game. It's nice and short. And it doesn't waste the player's time. It doesn't have a billion fetch quests. It's just nice and simple. And it's adorable until it turns into a Resident Evil.
Yeah.
And that's what we were talking about. But yeah. So I don't know. I don't really have anything else. Like work was work. This week was just long and ugh. And I'm happy to see the back of it. I've got 4 more days in my current role. And then hopefully that is it. I am done with customer facing responsibilities for at least 12 months.
I am not. They weren't too bad today, just everyone's so entitled.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, people suck. I mean,
yeah.
Present company excluded, but in general, people suck. This week I spent about 3 days replaying a game that got updated and broke its saves. I haven't even finished this week's drawing yet. Oh no, Reiko. You had such good ammunition with Salamandermon and the Gecko people.
To be fair, there was a lot going on in the drawing beforehand. Or the drawing before that.
Yeah, that's fine with Sepicmon and yeah.
And also the Betsumon make up for like a year's worth of drawing.
See, that's fair. You see, you did draw 20 odd Betsumon, so that kind of makes,
You're allowed to take some time off after
rest your wrists, yeah?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like I don't have an awful lot to talk about this week. It's just been kind of 24. I said 20 odd, I know 24. I know. But yeah, I don't have an awful lot to talk about this week.
No.
No, we got through more of Somnium Files earlier, and I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know what's going on anymore. Like, this is almost 13 Sentinels level of just, what even is this?
Yeah.
It's almost there. Hey, Juggernaut! Thanks for joining in. Good to see you, pal. How are you keeping? Oh, I'm glad your internet's working. The next day, today, we made an appointment to change our internet provider. Oh, well, that's good. Hopefully you'll get one that doesn't die on you every 5 minutes. That'll be great. Or if you go to upload something to Patreon, it kills the internet.
Moth?
Why is there a moth?
I don't know. The window's not even open. It's the chat not open.
It's like the bus arriving when you get fed up waiting 1 hour to get up and buy something to drink at the Oh yeah. Well, that is it. That's Sod's Law or Murphy's Law. If you want something to happen, do something else.
Yeah.
If something is taking too long, do something else. It'll happen. Out of spite.
There's no customers calling all the way up to your lunchtime. They call you at 12:59.
Yeah. A werewolf episode without Wergarurumon? It must be the sign of the apocalypse. Welcome, Androius. I'm happy that it wasn't a Wergarurumon. Because again, I know I said last week, it just didn't fit the aesthetic of the episode.
Yeah.
Based on the preview anyway. We haven't watched the episode proper yet. So we're just still in the, how's it going? How's things? How's your father? That means something else. But
yeah.
That means something else. But just the general chit chat end of the Hey Yami, good to see you. Also, so I did get your messages like now. It's weird. Ever since I got this phone, I don't look at it. It's like
my brain is not registering it.
No, my brain doesn't. I just I'll do one or two bits, fold it up, put it away, and then I don't look at it for just forever. So I do apologize. I did get your messages just now. So
I didn't go for the obvious choices. Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing that. So, yeah, I don't have an awful lot to talk about. Stray is a really fun game. Somnium Files 2 is melting my brain.
And still, why Cube?
And still why Cube?
Everyone else has a reason for something, and then there's just Cube. Just man with a cube skull.
Yeah.
No explanation.
And then, yeah, I put them in the Discord before, but the Survive cards arrived. I'm waiting to get another...
Protect the cube.
Protect the cube. Reiko likes the cube, man. And yeah, so it's we're probably going to be finished with Somnium Files by Tuesday, and then that leaves Thursday and Friday open for Digimon and Xenoblade. There may not be a show next week. I guess I'll just reiterate that now while the chat is starting to fill in. So basically, next weekend is the bank holiday weekend, and we might be having visitors. We will be having visitors on the Saturday at the very least, but we don't know if they're leaving on Sunday or Monday. So what might happen is that we do the show on Monday. But we will of course keep you guys up to date on that. So there might not be a show on Sunday. If not, it'll be the Monday coming after it.
Yeah, but we'll know well.
Which is actually kind of fitting if I look at because Monday is August 1st, which is Odaiba Memorial Day. So doing the podcast on Odaiba Memorial Day, probably not a bad idea either.
Yeah, I can
do the podcast on Digimon Day.
Yeah,
that could work. I need a time room where I can draw 1 year in 1 day. Yeah, Survive. I'm looking forward to it. Ooh. 5 more days. 5 more days.
All right, I have to start a drawing of Santa.
Aww.
Oh, I look forward to that. Working on.
Oh, commissions. That reminds me. I will have to hit you up very soon, Reiko. DBZ reference. Interesting. The time room is a thing in Dragon Ball. Yeah, it's like a capsule thing, and you can go into it, and then you can train for decades, but only a couple of days pass.
So
like Somnium.
Yeah.
Like a Somnium if you use the timey.
Yeah.
White Blish. You have to say goodbye with a smile. Remembering the good moments. So I want to make a simple drawing of Sana smiling. Aww. Aw, boss would be proud. Aw, Kaicho. I'm okay.
Your hair hasn't.
I know. I'm okay. Anyway, so we'll just get into the episode then. Good to see the chat is doing well. And yeah, let's get into it. So as ever, we are watching via the Crunchyroll app. Feel free to follow along wherever it is you watch your anime from. And we'll get into it now. We'll do the countdown and get started. So 3, 2, 1, go. Anyone from the OP that still hasn't appeared? Lady Devimon, Paimon, Lucemon. That's off the top of my head. Edamon. Yeah, Edamon's in there for like a you blink and you miss him.
Mm.
Also, we'll be getting a new version of this now next week.
Oh, yeah.
To account for Lamormon. Mostly all of the megas. Yeah, there's like... there's Lady Devimon. Yeah, we've had Arachnimon. Who's your eye, truth or lie? There's Lucemon. Paimon. I think that face is a Mugen Draymon. There's Edamon.
I bite my nails.
Okay. Hey!
Hey, Desmond.
Machine Dramon was in it. Yeah, he was the Freddy Krueger. No. Wait, was it Mugen Draymon in the show?
No, that was...
Yeah, it was Skull Greymon. Oh wait, that might be what was the face in the window then. That might have been Skull Greymon, not Mugen Draymon. And Crunchyroll is stalling already.
Of course it is.
Crunchyroll, what the absolute... What is wrong with...
Time zones exist.
Time zones exist. Yeah, Yami, time zones exist.
Oh, come on.
Is it really going to start acting up like this already? Alright, screw it, I'll just cast it. I'll give it another minute. Oh, he's just dead. Is Kenta okay? No, Kenta is dead.
Oh, scary.
This year marks the 100th year. The night of the summer rain. The curse is upon us.
Oh, that's why she looks so scary.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, he wasn't much better.
Werewolf. Okay.
You know, your holograms can like be invisible, right?
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes again.
Right. Tsukiyono's daughter. Cusco's eyes. I'm just going to prepare it on the mobile app. Just in case I need to cast if the PS5 app just decides, no, I've had enough.
If Crunchy keeps sucking, just sail to high seas.
I didn't think it was that far over. Damn, that's early. Tsukiyono lore! Yeah.
What time Goremon gonna fit in that car?
Oh, he's not. He's getting in the trailer. He's just a happy rabbit. Dog thing. Okay. Seems to be behaving, so.
Yeah. She looks really like, or like, you know, oh, it sounds really interesting whether it's real or not. And she's like, shut up.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting that vibe as, oh, okay, I'll just cast the damn thing.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
no.
We turned you off.
I turned that off. Why did it start again? My PS5 infected by hologram ghosts?
Is that his reaction to her grandmother?
There we go.
Don't you start acting off. Oh.
Is it really going back to... No.
No.
There we go.
Turn it up a slight bit.
Yeah. I feel it was louder on the other app. Granny Sachi, huh? Okay. I'd be scared of her too. I think Kyoshiro has the right of it.
Sachi is definitely, I think Sachi's the ghost in the locker.
Oh,
the little girl with the hair down to her feet. She was like a baby left in a locker or something.
Oh, God.
I think that's the name of the movie. The Locker. Shibuya Kaidan.
Shibuya Kaidan. Okay.
Yeah. Pretty sure she's. Oh.
Oh. What? A month of water that comes once a century. 6 people on a rainy night. 1 more on another rainy night. Then 4. Then 3. The werewolf's wrath doesn't end. Yeah. We offer a moon maiden once every 100 years. Okay, so I have questions already.
Mm-hmm.
Like, going by the logic of this show, right? We obviously proved that there's no werewolf, it's a Digimon.
Mm-hmm.
Has this Digimon just been roaming the earth for that long? Or what happened to Granny Sakuno?
Maybe it was like a legend then, and he's come along and he wants to, or he's just decided he is the werewolf.
Yeah. Sakura married into the family, but usually have Tsukiyono blood. Sacrifice the child!
Mm-hmm.
He's just holding their mouths shut.
Oh, there's our 4.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Number 5 just happened to walk away.
Yeah, the one who always insists on breaking away from the group, right?
Mm. Shine the flashlight right at us.
Yep. Oh, teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Horror attack. Just as the
Sound gone again, or is my hearing gone?
Yeah, the audio has dropped. This episode just does not want to be watched.
Why is it down?
Yeah. It's been going on for...
What is Kyushiro doing?
Hiding.
What kind of weird modern town is this?
Thing is, there would be a village out there like that. It's very still superstitious and
Oh yeah, definitely.
hasn't left its own town. And
But this also looks like a rather built-up town as opposed to like a village. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's not exactly the Shyamalan movie.
Yeah.
That might be the vibe they're going for, though.
Mm.
Oh. Heroes agreeing with Kyoshiro.
Mm-hmm. Might not believe in the werewolf, but you kind of want to take your friend who's about to be sacrificed away from here.
Yeah.
Like, if she leaves the village, what are they going to do? Yeah, there's always a creepy old lady.
Yeah. See what I'm very interested in seeing as this episode goes on is what drives Angoramon feral. Oh no. You getting visions? I don't know. If I was Ruli, I'd be out of that village and using my dad's name or something.
Yeah. Color
Or mother's, because she said the mother married in. So the dad was probably the dad would have already been a Sukiyono. So I'd be going back to mum's name and hiding. I don't trust the old woman at all. No. She's in on this. Oh, now you're concerned. Full force Vigramon future sight. Will it calm the curse though?
I hope when she leaves, the old lady gets eaten by a real werewolf.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. She's in a box. Told you Granny was creepy. Yeah, no, we don't deny Granny is creepy. I get the feeling Granny's in on it.
Who is she? Is she her actual granny?
I think she's like the village elder.
Yeah, like they just call her granny, like you'd call someone auntie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the impression I got was that her gran has been sacrificed.
Hmm.
She's intent on killing this child.
She's just got a grudge against this family.
Oh yeah, it definitely seems like she just wants blood.
That's not weird at all. Just groomed to murder to murder other children.
Yeah. Maybe Granny is Babamon witch mode.
Babamon witch mode. It's funny because whenever I see the old ladies with the big hair and the bun, I always think of Yubaba from
yeah.
Spirited Away. When they're evil, they always have that same look on their face. Hey, Justin.
Hey, Justin. Good to see you, pal. So, she's just gone full sacrifice the child. Yeah. So, what happens if this fails? Say Rory gets sacrificed.
Yeah.
And it doesn't calm the Digimon down. Then what? Oh boy.
Be big. I want to know how the village explains where this missing child is.
Oh, good. Good.
Take that.
Oh, she probably brought bad. Oh no. Yeah. So she's like broken both hips at this stage, right?
Oh yeah.
She sacrificed the child to summon Obelisk the Tormentor.
And it froze.
There we go.
Oh
god, all the audio came back. Or not. This is so weird. Like the internet, like Crunchyroll only ever acts up lately when we're doing this.
Yeah.
If we were just watching this normally,
if we were just watching ghost stories before bed,
yeah,
it would just play them for the whole night.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh no.
So that basically rules out getting Kano Weissmon in this episode. How's the old lady still alive? Just how? Anime reasons?
Hey, Corvidae.
Corvidae, hey! Corvid, hey! Are her fists on tentacles?
I think so.
Interesting.
But now
now she's dead as well.
Look at his little legs.
Yeah. The strong poison, but now I can make the antidote.
She's just a nurse.
Oh yeah, she's the healer.
Mm.
Yeah.
A bit more than a nurse, but you know what I mean.
No, well, hello, nurse.
I'm calling it now. Granny is the wolf.
Yeah.
You're the granny in her unnatural ways. It's always those type of
Granny
grannies.
Granny has gotten rid, has gotten rid of some Tsukionos in her time.
I was gonna say those grannies like her and the nuns.
Yeah.
Who outlive everyone.
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
Oh, he's so bishy. He's like, would you like to come along with me?
Frontier, I'd like to hear the music.
Yeah. Oh, I do enjoy the voice just being Lamormon.
Yeah, I'm so glad.
And so glad it's not just Angoramon's voice.
Yeah, because...
And there's a real roll of the R's in there. Even Rory's like, Lamormon.
Yangy.
He angry, yeah.
He got ties.
He's also don't you furry. You furry, don't you start.
Not a furry, I just like ties. It doesn't matter what they're attached to. Let's get back.
So. Yeah, that might help. Okay. That seems so. Nope. No, just neither Crunchyroll app wants to cooperate.
Very strange.
Yeah. The audio is like...
Well,
Oh, shush.
don't you start. That's why he's so angry, I guess. Protect Rory at all costs.
Yeah. Oh, he's just getting ready to actually murder.
Yeah.
The audio wants to come back in, and the app goes no.
Mm.
And Rory's like realizing it. Wait a sec. This is going too far. What the? Darkmon? Yeah. Is he just off in the corner like he's been...
Yankee.
Okay, hold on. Where is she hugging him from? Is she under the... No, she's behind him. How is that? How long are her arms?
Yeah, he's quite wide.
Oh, yeah. So to hug...
Well, I know he's not really wide, it's all fur, but to get through that fur, you can't just go whoosh through that much fur.
So she either has to be underneath the chest fluff to do that, or she's got long... Oh, she's cute.
It's cute. Oh, I was kind of right then.
Yeah. Yeah, as in Joan of Arc.
Ah.
Yeah, so strictly speaking, Jean Darkmon. That varies by whether Bandai or feel like it or not. Like at one point, the name was spelt lowercase d apostrophe capital A or C, and then it got that's adorable. And then it got changed to just dark with a C. Yeah, it depends on what Bandai feels like that week. Wait, what? No. Keep the lore going. This is actually interesting. That's fun. I like that. I like that a lot.
I was just giggling because I could just imagine the old lady up on that hill going, "I'll get you next time, Tsukiono."
That's what I thought she was doing at first, until we got the lore flashback, and I'm like, oh.
Oh, and Goron fall into water and come out looking skinny like a fluffy cat after a bath.
Digimon fandom. It's going to be Black Wergurumon. No, it's obviously Cerberusmon. Idiots, it'll be the normal Wergurumon. Want to fight? Come on, you twink. Okay, random use of twink, but sure. The writers.
Oh yeah, hasn't he?
What?
He's already done that.
Oh yeah, the fall in the water thing?
Yeah.
The Gulus episode.
Yeah. And your little Digimon too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say the Ghoulis episode, I mean the Arachnimon episode as well, because he's all tied up
Oh
and
yeah.
it's just all the fluff is bunched in.
Oh, they did that thing.
Yeah. The new door leader, my residents are not allowed to look at the moon. So this is the descent. Labyrinth. Oh, evil Jellymon? Angry Jellymon at the very least. Oh, I'm. Bro, you okay?
It's a hand, right?
Is it a hand? That looked sus.
Yeah.
Okay. Still think it's Mirage Galgamon? I. This time going for horror movies of getting trapped in caves and underground complexes with some horrific creature roaming around. God, Jellymon.
Like the descent.
Yeah.
7 meters down.
Yeah.
What's the other one? The ancient shark. The one with that big ugly fish that I sent you. They're trapped in the lake. That's kind of the same.
That's kind of the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's kind of the same. It's the same flick almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're going for that sort of vibe next week. To be fair, it's the goth girlfriend Tethysmon. It's so. Make it so. So Ruli's ancestor is basically Inuyasha's mom, but with the bad end. Okay, so like it was a fun episode. Like, I wish Crunchyroll sort of behaved while I watched it.
Yeah, it kind of sucked some of the tension out of it because it kept freezing and stuff. So I was getting annoyed.
Yeah, but like that's not the episode's fault. That is just
No.
Crunchyroll having bad service.
You know how to make that happen.
Don't tempt me. But anyway, yeah, I liked this episode. I liked Creepy Granny. I liked that we got.
I love that she just got flung.
Oh yeah! Oh, that was so.
Smack the granny.
That was so cathartic, and I just like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's just broken all her ribs now. You know,
Oh,
she's got a
yeah,
broken
well, she
hip.
was standing quite well up there.
Well, like a walking stick will help with that.
That depends what age she is. But anyway.
True.
Or she's dead and that was her ghost watching them.
Well, sometimes a broken hip
Mm.
can be the beginning of the end, unfortunately. I've seen that happen too many times. But to not dour this conversation.
I was just happy that she might be a ghost because I didn't like her.
No, she was awful. Like, she was good kind of awful, She's like the creepy one. You feel like she's got a grudge against the family for some reason, like I got the feeling she was in on the sacrifice stuff.
The way she was groomed for it since she was a child.
Yeah,
I've been learning how to sacrifice people since I was a kid. That's not strange at all.
No, not at all. Imagine if Elmer Fudd said be very, very quiet. I'm hunting him. Said he saw Lamormon.
You have to Photoshop that.
I'll work something out. Lamormon himself, he's just angry.
Yeah.
It's just a personality switch. There's no trigger for it. So our
Well,
speculation,
protect Rory. Yeah, there's no
But, like,
extra.
there's
trigger
no
aside from that.
extra, but like that's Kano Weissman's deal. That's Thetismon's deal. Protect human.
Yeah.
Like there's no like our speculation. Like oh the whole thing with Digitamamon, Musyamon's sword, you know, all of that stuff. Like oh maybe he gets corrupted. Maybe it's some you know. No, he's just angry. He's just growly and angry. There's no reason for it because
I mean, you can kind of see it as a build-up, considering how often she's about to get hurt.
yeah, and I would feel better about that if the show acknowledged that.
Maybe it will.
Like,
She might go, so that other side of you is kind of scary.
Mate, I don't know.
You almost killed a guy.
No, the status quo. Like they haven't talked about Gulus Gamamon in how many episodes now.
Yeah.
I don't think this is ever going to get brought up in a meaningful way. But if that was the idea, like, because that was my speculation on it, that Rory gets into so much trouble that it has to sort of build up and build up and build up, and the payoff is Simbar, you know, being in a position that he can't save her and taps into something primal.
But it was more that she tapped into it because she got up and went, hey, we're not afraid of you.
But she does that every week. This was nothing new.
But he was already down, so that's what I mean. It wasn't him that got up and went, no, I'll protect her. It was her going, I'm not afraid of you, and then him getting the boost of that.
Yeah, but again, she does that every week.
Yeah, I know. But
That's her character. Her character is I ain't afraid of no ghost. That is her character.
She was afraid in this episode for a while, though. There go our Dark Digivolve theories.
Yeah. Like I didn't even want it to be a dark like a dark evolution. I just wanted something that it's more of not that the evolution went wrong, but that it leans into the whole that Digimon's evolution is what's the word I'm looking for. In something. Where's my thesaurus? It's not inspired. No.
I think you're going down the right way with inspired, but I can't think the word.
Anyway, thanks, Desmond. Influenced. That's there the one. Go. So it did like I thought they were going down the road of you know, a Digimon's evolution is influenced by its environment, and you would lean into that. No, you could make a case for that big growly monster. So to become the monster, you to fight the monster, you become the monster. There is that way of looking at it, but I would have liked some more sort of flashing back to Digitamamon, the sword, all of this that's just sort of been leading Angora. Being a bug, all the willpower he's had to like show, and maybe he just doesn't have the willpower to.
And he had the willpower with the sword as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's what you were going for with the influence as well, because that's what we thought it was. That the urge to kill from the sword, basically, would be part of that. Like he fought it off, but the influence is still there.
Yeah. You know, we still don't know what the official megas for all three. We will. Now that everyone's got their because the Espimon Vital Bracelet comes out in like 2 weeks. Not Vital Bracelet, chip, the dim card. That comes out in like 2 weeks. The Vital Bracelet BE can't be too far behind it. And that new Gamamon chip will likely have a correct mega level for Gamamon, which means that the other two are coming as well. So I think as we start getting into like the episodes 40s and 50s, we'll start learning that. But Gulus is without a doubt the original evolution. Weizen, Betel, and Kaus have traits that make up Gulus. Yeah.
Gulus have handles on his back so you can sit on
him. Go to bed. Yeah, even something like Simbar being sort of like, oh, I need to protect Rory. And then he starts flashing back over all this stuff that's happened.
Yeah.
And that...
See what Justin said there. If Rory and Darkman didn't tell him to stop, he would have killed him.
Yeah.
Had it been there that all the flashbacks were going to happen?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Like, anger was
you could do a thing
then...
like where you either overlay them or you do slash flashback, slash flashback. And I would have been like, yeah, fine, they explained it.
Yeah.
You know, this has been a culmination of everything and he's just big old monster to become and as I said, you know, he who fights monsters will indefinitely become a monster himself. And that works with Angoramon because of all his haikus. So to hold back on something like that works for that character. But no, he's just angry.
Yeah.
He's just a big ball of rage. It's a fuzzy ball of rage, but he's just a big ball of rage.
Yeah. Shouldn't you wait for the series to finish before rewriting it? Not necessarily.
I'm already behind on doing that for one show. Don't put another on my plate for the same.
No, Reiko said, throw enough money at me and I'll rewrite the entirety of Ghost Game.
In novel form. For it to be what we always wanted it to be.
I kind of would have liked if the thought of Digitamamon's death would have played in his head.
Yeah, and that leads into what you were saying with like the flashbacks and things. Yeah, as he was, and the comment there about when he was attacking him. You know, that would have been fun. There's a comment up there from Reiko. Yeah, it didn't go as I expected with Lamormon, which is a bit of a shame. Oh, you got a new PC as well. Awesome, Reiko.
Protection of
I think the writers have problems making a fluent narrative with character growth in an episodic way. Yeah, and that is kind of the problem with this Monster of the Week format, is that all the world building is great, so when stuff happens it all feels like it belongs in the world. But there is no character growth. These characters are ostensibly the same people they were 36 episodes ago, or 35 even. You know, the only difference is Kyotaro just has the ultimate talisman now, I suppose.
Yeah.
Hey, woo woo! It's been a while. Good to see you. Espimon will be in the next project trailer. That doesn't shock me. He's getting a dim card in 2 weeks. He's turned up in the Dreamers manga. It doesn't shock me he'll be in the next project trailer.
To me, Lamormon is just like the Incredible Hulk. Lamormon smash.
Yeah, that's valid.
And if you prefer him to debut in the Salamander episode, just curious.
There's a lot of episodes he could have turned up in.
Yeah.
And they would have all made sense. This one, because we got some backstory on Ruli.
Yeah.
Like, that's the episode to do it, because like Thetismon showed up in a very Kyotaro centered episode. He was trying to protect that little girl. She had the action figure of that anime character and she thought he was the anime character. So it all tied in. The 2 episodes have been better than Ruli's Vamdemon episode that Hero just went, yeah, my turn. I think I'll evolve here. Okay, thanks for doing all the work, Ruli.
Yeah.
You know, I'd say, you know, goggle privilege, but none of them wear goggles.
Power difference wasn't there last week. Yeah, that I agree with that.
Yeah, no, the power difference. Like Salamandermon was a joke last week. He was ostensibly a joke character. You know,
he was just Splashmon, really. Wasn't
he? Yeah, he was just Fire Splashmon. Yeah, yeah, he really was. Yeah.
And they could build off this later. What if Lamormon actually does go too far and kill someone?
You know what? If they do build it up later, that'll change my perception of this episode. Because then that's long-term storytelling, which I'm always for. I'm always for the Chekhov's gun trope where you introduce a thing in episode 5 and you pay it off in episode 50 or 35, or you build up to this thing. Like the shotgun in Shaun of the Dead. Like that is literally Chekhov's gun. Like quite literally. So I'd be fine with that, but we don't even have a red orange this season. No, you're right. Well, we don't know when they get the Digivice VV if all of them are going to be red. Hero is technically the red in clothing and because of Betel. But you're right. I mean, like, we don't have a default red or orange Digivice. Which I think is fine. The Gulen's gone. Which I think is fine, because there is this mentality of having all the characters be treated as main characters, which I do appreciate. So you don't go down a Frontier or a Young Hunters or a 2020 route where only one character matters in the grand scope of the narrative. So treating them all as equally as you possibly can, right down to the Digivice colors, is it's not something I'm against. But when the Digivices get upgraded in a couple of episodes, that could change. Hero could get red, Kyotaro could stay on blue. It'd probably be more of a this blue than the navy of the Vital Bracelet. And then Ruli, I can see her getting yellow or green.
Yeah, because she wears a lot of green.
Yeah, she wears a lot of green, but just pink isn't an Angoramon color either.
No, he's got green on him as well.
Yeah, so. And he's yellow and fuzzy.
Yeah.
So I could see that. I don't see them going traditional, oh, girl gets the pink Digivice kind of thing. Look, still annoyed about Nene in Cross Wars. Started out with the black Digivice, went on to the, broke up with Dark Nightmon, and her Digivice turned pink. And I'm just like, okay, but no. No, don't do that. No, don't do that. Make it black. Turn it black. Don't do that.
In my opinion, Lamora should have debuted in the Digitamamon episode where the shock for Angoramon was the greatest. I disagree. I think he needed more of a clear head for that episode.
Yeah.
To realize what needed to be done rather than kill his friend in a rage.
Yeah, I mean, but that comes back to what we've been talking about since. Like, this is a topic that should have been brought up since, and that's why with this episode, I don't think this is ever going to get referenced again. Maybe at the final episode or something. Oh, all the adventures we've had, we can do this. Because I get the feeling if there is an overall narrative, it's going to start kicking in soon, and all of this Monster of the Week stuff is going to turn around to be, oh, all these adventures we've had, these are bonds with our partners. So I could see them doing it for that, but I feel like in 5 episodes we're going to be asking, so why has Lamormon got anger issues? No? You're not going to field those questions? Okay, I guess. And that is...
I hope it's not just big scary monster for the kids.
Yeah.
Big old killing machine because we all wanted everyone to kill everyone.
No. But yeah, like if Ruri and Darkmon hadn't stopped him, like Manticoremon would be dead. Because she had no, like, I think it's the fact that both of them called out to him. It worked. But like I could easily see a situation where Rory is just like, okay, you can stop now, and he's just like, no. It'd be interesting if Lamormon told a poem at the end. It was okay. That's the other thing, right? Like Darkmon shows up, and Lamormon just sort of runs off to a corner and goes, and de-digivolves like a dog that's been, just sort of twatted on the nose. It's just sulking in a corner.
That was cute. We need to screenshot that, like the little Bulbasaur sitting in the corner.
Yeah.
His anger issues clear. His need to protect crosses into obsession territory. I mean, that is clear to...
It's clear if you've been watching the show, but if this is your first episode, you need to inform the audience. Like, I'm never a fan of talking down to your audience, regardless of their age. I'm never a fan of a show talking down to its audience, but you need to explain these things for first-time viewers or people looking for continuity.
Yeah, like, we can see it. Do the kids understand that? Not the kids watching, I mean the kids in the show.
I don't know, like, because they've never brought it up, just how much more protective Angoramon is than the other two. Like, they'll make jokes off Jellymon's teasing Kyoshiro again. But I don't think they've commented, like, Angoramon, you're a bit overprotective. You know? You didn't get the backlash from trying to stop him either. Like what happened when Gulus tried to force the order. Yeah, like she was actually giving the orders. Like, so... Which really separates it and shows that this isn't a dark evolution. Because she didn't try and resist it. But I don't think she was expecting Lamore to be as feral as he was. I think she must have just thought, oh, it's a big Angoramon. So she went along with the commands, but
then kind of went, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, sort of realized after fact. But Hero, just Gulus's aura in general when he turned up, it was an immediate sort of, no, no, we don't like you. There's something wrong with you.
Even the way the evolution starts, you're just like, oh no. You are bad news.
Yeah, because the difference is the music stops when Gamamon evolves. It's like da 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 da, boom, nothing, and then it's just he appears, and it's oh no.
Is there a whoosh, like a black whoosh?
I would need to go back and rewatch the footage, but I don't think so. I think it's just silence.
Yeah, but then just no.
It's
been so long ago, I don't remember.
Because you get all the sound effects and something. You get Gamamon, Shinka! And then he goes into a black hole.
Yeah.
And poof. That's, and that's what, it's like, oh, this is bad. This isn't meant to happen. Where this was normal. The music didn't stop. He evolved as normal. He was all bishy about it with the...
Yeah.
and then just turned into a big old rage ball. Doesn't evolution affect a Digimon's personality sometimes? Yeah, it does, and I'm not going to deny that. They do. They grow up. They do. They literally grow up. You look at the Japanese leveling system, and that's fair. But we've never had, and maybe that's the fact. Maybe it's something. Maybe it's because it hasn't been done. It comes off as a bit weird. But generally in these shows, the personality doesn't do a 180 unless something is wrong. Metal Greymon didn't come out with Skull Greymon's personality. Kano Weissmon was basically just Betel Gamamon. Even Thetismon, she was just Princessier Tesla Jellymon. This is the first time that it's just done a complete 180, and we have the reasoning for it in previous episodes, but the show itself hasn't outright spell that out for you.
Yeah,
like we know why he would have reason to just have a switch flipped at this stage with all the trouble Rory's been in the last 12 episodes.
Yeah, and killing his friend and all that.
Yeah.
But again, a lot of that is us theorizing about it.
Older Jellymon. Basically, yeah. But it's still Jellymon at its core. Thetismon is still Jellymon at its core. She's just a bit more than she is.
She's a mature princess.
A mature, yeah. So she's she's an Ojo-sama as opposed to a gremlin. But she at least carries herself off that way. It's like even when she got hit today, it was like, oh, this sucks, but I know how to fix it now.
Yeah.
So
whereas little Jellymon would be like, "You dare hit me!" and go after him again.
Yeah. Darling, what are you doing? So yeah, I really did like this episode. I just wished I did more with the evolution.
Yeah.
Like, more with the logic for the evolution, I guess. Because it's a lot of guesswork and theorizing that we're doing to have the 180 to have it make sense. Like, realistically, he should have just been Simbar and Goramon with a bow tie or something. You know?
Yeah, like, Rory didn't get in as much trouble as she did. But he still be as feral? That would make even less sense.
Yeah. Like, is it just a case of he who fights monsters happening?
Exactly. Time was a problem again.
Yeah.
That episode could have been a lot more flushed out.
Yeah. And the other thing that leads into this is something that we spoke about before. I don't know if it was last week or the week before. Maybe it was when we were doing the synopsis stuff. But we had said that maybe the werewolf in the title is Angoramon becomes the legend. But they did that, but they didn't. They had Manticore Manticoremon ate the data of the legend, whatever that means. Did he find it on the internet or something? Whatever that means, that he ate the data of the legend and became it himself.
Like, if it wasn't real, he'd literally just have to eat the stories of it.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing physically to eat.
You know? No, exactly, so... This episode could have done a lot more by extending the mystery, letting it sink, the grim atmosphere of the village and how they've all felt about this. It could have led to a more awesome... And maybe that's it. Maybe it's just because it all happens so quickly, like, the build-up to her going, okay, fine, I'll do it, is a lot more drawn out than what happens when she actually does it.
Yeah, like, they could have drawn that out a little bit more, and maybe when she's like, okay, I'll be sacrificed to Angoramon, being like, you sure that's a smart move? Getting more protective that way.
Yeah, and you build it that way where he gets...
You could end it maybe where Manticoremon appears but don't show him, and then the next episode can be the fight and the evolution.
Maybe, yeah.
And then you'd have more time to fill in those gaps that we're talking about with the flashbacks and stuff. Maybe an extra slap to the granny.
I joke about rewriting Ghost Game, but someone really should do it. It has a lot of potential if it was given more time to breathe.
Yeah, they need to just learn to do 2-part episodes. That would resolve so many issues.
No, it would, and I don't know what they're afraid of with 2-parters this season.
Yeah, it's not like kids will go, oh, that episode wasn't resolved, I'm never watching this again.
Yeah, like, this is the same company that will have 10 minutes of in-show fighting stretch for 6 episodes.
Yeah.
Like, this is that same company. They've no problem letting someone charge an attack for 5 episodes. So a couple of 2-parters here and there, wouldn't be awful.
You could have made the whole sacrifice thing a bit more as well, I suppose.
Maybe the cartoonisty evil granny wasn't a good idea with all of this here. Oh, no, I think she helped the episode. I actually think Granny was a highlight because it was clear from the get-go there was something more to Granny.
As soon as she heard that name, she was like, oh, it's one of you.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, what's your deal? I was actually more... I was very intrigued to see, like, because, again, I've said it a couple of times, like, I thought she was in on it. She was very willing to sacrifice Ruli. And it seemed like it was more of... One way it could have played out was like a family feud kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's been sort of going on, her family versus the Tsukionis and things like that. But again, like, this is all spitballing and rewriting in hindsight.
They could have even simply have Angoramon mutter to himself, I'm not losing another friend. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's doing his, I can.
They just don't want fillers like Dragon Ball. That's probably why they're afraid of two-parters. The two-parters don't have to be filler if
you write the story right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just imagine this: give 2 or 3 more minutes. Everyone's falling around Angoramon. Ruri's captured by Manticoremon, and it appears as if he's going to eat her. Yeah, and you know where you get those that extra minute or extra 30 seconds to do some more? You cut out this stupid analyzer segment that's popped up recently. Like, the feeling I'm getting from this this thing at the end of the episodes is that the stories they're writing are actually too short for the time.
Yeah, because that's why it just suddenly appeared.
Yeah. Is it? Oh crap! We've an extra minute of airtime to fill. Quick, do this thing.
Then Angoramon starts muttering, despairing, and shouts that while he hits the ground with both hands, his eyes go in horizontal slits like they do with insane Digimon, and then he evolves.
Well, if evolution worked like it did in any other show, that would be great. The problem is evolution is tied to the tamer.
Yeah.
Because if the thing doesn't charge up, the evolution is cracked. As we've seen when Kano Vicemon tried to evolve, and then of course with Gulus. You know, if the two aren't in sync, the evolution is.
Yeah.
So tell that. I literally just did. I literally.
Like with Gulus, it's not determination; it's despair.
Yeah.
I knew you were gonna do that. But
it's time for the punishment.
Like, yeah, it would have it like Rory can be scared of it, but she still has to have her moment of determination. You know, we're gonna beat you, for him to get that feeling as well.
Yeah, because it was Rory standing up to Manticoremon that gave Angoramon the strength to fight on, which is what triggered the evolution. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I really did like this episode. I did, and even though my complaints are more with the evolution, it's not the episode itself. I think the episode was very enjoyable, and I'd rank it quite high. But because we have all of this backstory and all this lore from their own episodes that they can pull from to give Angoramon some character development, something he has been lacking. Angoramon is always the one that they seem to forget about developing his character.
Yeah.
Like,
he's just quietly there.
Yeah.
Mulling over things, and they don't feel like they need to write anything in because you just think he's all quiet and thoughtful.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, we need to know what he's thinking about. We need to, understand what he's feeling like the others.
The truth named despair. The ultimate despair. Anyway. Want to turn your future drawing commission into a writing commission? Yeah, I need thumbnail art, so probably not. No. All right. Well, look. We'll get to the rank. Speaking of ranking the episode high, we'll get to the rankings then, shall we? Oh yeah, you voted Gecko Ruli last week.
Yeah, specifically Gecko.
Specific.
Not even Ruri. just Gecko.
Okay. Well then. So, I'll let you start this week then.
Okay. Figure out how high I will put this episode. I don't think it's a 5.
No. If we hadn't had to spend 20 minutes talking about Angoramon's evolution, I actually think it would have been.
Yeah.
If they had just done that little bit extra with it to pay off why he's just feral.
Yeah.
Because I'm almost afraid that's going away soon. I feel like she'll tame him in like 3 episodes. Or it just won't be as pronounced.
Or he'll just be feral and they just won't acknowledge that he's feral. Like,
yeah.
Okay, don't no stop.
He fights real good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. I'm not sure if I'm pushing for a 4 or a 4.5. I did really enjoy it. Old Lady was great.
Oh yeah, Granny Sachi, she was great.
You know who else Sachi is? She's the grandmother in the Grudge.
Oh, okay. So
it's the original one. Her in when it's actually a Japanese family and not an American family.
Right.
Her name is Sachi as well.
It's interesting.
So, I don't know if they're references because she's a granny.
Given the show, they probably are. Like, she was great, and I like the little Tsukioni family lore at the end of it, like the maiden falling in love with the werewolf, kind of like this medieval Beauty and the Beast kind of thing.
Yeah.
I really did enjoy that as well. But sorry, I don't want to influence your scores or anything.
No, like I'm still kind of thinking it over. But yeah, I'm gonna pick Granny Sachi as my favorite character.
Really? Oh wow! Okay.
She was fun and creepy, and I enjoyed seeing her get a smack as well.
Okay.
Which means they did a good job with her. She was interesting.
Okay.
And like,
I mean, that's fair. Yeah. I mean, she drove the story.
Yeah. Nobody would have thought about sacrifice had she not come along.
No. So she drove the plot, and score-wise, then.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4.
Okay.
But that might possibly change when I see what else is a 4 on the other side.
Do you want to do that now, then?
Yeah.
Okay, well, your previous 4s, then, are Monster Pollen, Man-Eating Forest, Beauty Serum, Land of Children, Nightmare, Scribbles, and Warp Time.
It makes me kind of sad that I don't feel like Angoramon's like big evolution is up.
Yeah.
Because we've been waiting for it for so long. I thought I'd enjoy it more. Not that I didn't enjoy it, but you know what I mean.
No, I get you. I mean, and that's the counterbalance to it, isn't it? You build yourself up for something, and there's no way it can match your expectation.
Yeah.
You know, maybe there is a little bit of that because we had all these sort of theories on how they could, you know, explain Lamormont's personality, and they just didn't.
Yeah. They do get a bonus point for changing the voice.
Though. Oh yeah, could you imagine it was just? Could you imagine if it was just his regular butlery voice?
Yeah,
Lamormont.
Yeah.
You know? I also do like that they have to roll their R's to say his name. Mwah. A cute little touch that they didn't have to add, but they did. Lamormont.
Witching hour. That again.
That's the one that's the one with Picklemon.
Oh yeah, the shadows, creepy shadows.
Yeah.
Yeah, that freaked me out a lot. Actually. I put it under that.
Okay, so above Monster Pollen?
Yes.
Okay.
Again, it may end up changing once we eventually do this rewatch that we don't have time for.
Oh.
Yami gave it to Granny too.
Yeah, that's like that is so fair because she drives the story. You know, there's really is a part of me that's just like give it to Granny as well.
Yeah.
Because
and terrible, but Angormon's not the favorite in this whole episode.
Yeah. to be fair, well, it's part because it wasn't his episode to begin with, but we didn't hand Kano Weissmon the trophy that week either. Dennismon always seems to be the exception rather than well. There is a part of me that says give it to Granny as well. I might have to agree with you on that because her cousin Sakura didn't really do anything. She was a non-entity in the episode. That could have been anybody giving them a lift.
Yeah, I didn't realize she was her cousin. To be honest,
I'm guessing.
I missed that. If there was a sentence to explain that, because at first I was like, "Is that her mother?" No, that can't be her mother.
No. But that's it. Like she could have been anybody that Ruli knew, family or not.
Yeah.
Gamamon and Jellymon were just kind of there. Kyoshiro was Kyoshiro.
I did like him hiding.
Yeah, that would make him the best. Yeah, like it's a funny little bit with him sitting at the table hiding behind Jellymon. Just
wearing her as a hat.
Just wearing her as a hat. Down over his legs. Just wearing her as a hat. Hold on, I need to mute the mic for this. Sorry, what I said to Meg cannot be said on air.
No.
So I am and Manticoremon was just a big snarly villain. My least favorite kind of Digimon villain.
Yeah,
it's just a big growly monster.
He didn't have any personality at all.
No, we basically had a kaiju fight this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Goromon as a character didn't really do anything. I liked Ruli being all, oh, I'm just going to pretend to get sacrificed. And then Ruli just did the Ruli thing of throwing herself headlong into danger. So she didn't, there wasn't anything drastically different about her this week.
Adorable in that outfit.
She did. To be fair, that Shrine Maiden outfit was super cute. Don't know why she was in her school uniform though.
Yeah.
When the other two were in their regular clothes.
Was it more of a sailor style dress than an actual uniform?
I don't know, but we seen
because I know those uniforms look like that anyway. But
yeah, but we seen from the ending credits she has a costume for this season.
Yeah.
So it's just a blue.
She had to change her outfit slightly.
It's just a blue version of her regular green dress. I don't know why this is so hard. I'm going to give the episode a 4 as well. I think if I'd have been happier with the evolution, I'd have bumped it up. And you know what? There is a deep-seated part of me that wants to just say Darkmon best character. Because I have Darkmon is, I like Darkmon. That's all I'll say. There is history there, which sounds weird. No, that one predates that one. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. The Digimon Jeanne d'Arc for me predates the fake Jeanne d'Arc. So. Yeah. When
you were a kid, did you just have a weird obsession with Joan of Arc?
No.
Because it's really funny. My confirmation name is Joan.
That is
after Joan of Arc.
Yeah, that's true as well.
You're just a big old weirdo.
Well, you're good. You're the one giving out personal info on stream, so.
That's not a real name. That's a confirmation name. Those don't count.
Meg Joan. What a name. I really don't know. I might just give it to Granny Sachi as well, because she was cartoonishly evil fun.
Yeah.
She just, you feel like she had a grudge against the family. She was more than willing to sacrifice Ruli.
Mm.
You know, and then the whole thing of, oh, I've been trained to do this since
and then
birth.
Just standing on the thing, you can just see her.
Yeah, just standing on like the ledge or the water tower or whatever. And I really did think she was looking at her like, I'll get you next time, Gadget. Next time.
And your little dog too.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's definitely something else there. So I hope they revisit Granny Sachi down the road. That'll be fun. Okay, so as for ranking then, looking at my previous level 4s, or rank 4s. Just gonna grab that. Did that even copy? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna stick it under Monster Pollen.
Okay.
I still think Monster Pollen was a better episode. Yeah, me copying that was no good.
Copy everything else.
Yeah. Yeah, so we have it in the same spot.
Yeah.
Your witching hour is just higher because it's a higher grade.
Mm.
But yeah, that took a lot of deliberation. Like, I haven't had that much kind of trouble with a character in a while.
Yeah, sometimes like I end up just picking the weird one because the other ones didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
Like, well, Gecko Ruri. Then you go up and it just says the crows.
The crow, yeah.
In the bird episode, it's just the crows.
Yeah, there's that episode you just went, yeah, the crows were the best part of the episode. Yeah, yeah. Oh. All right, then.
They were the only ones really doing anything.
True. Oh, right then. Will we, we'll move on to comments from last week then.
Yeah, it's already 11 o'clock. Well, 10 to, but...
Election by.
Election.
To the old goggle machine.
Elgoog.
Rani of Jhansi, an Indian queen. Oh, okay. Wife of Maharaja Gangadhar Rao.
It's a card.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. It's probably another fate thing.
There, yeah.
Oh, fate Grand Order. Yeah, okay. Jeanne d'Arc of India. That's a... Oh, wow. She really is just... Oh, the fate version. Oh. I dig the design, but yeah. She is just a saber version of Jeanne. Interesting. Huh. Well,
I think Jasmine said something about it up above there.
I learned something today. Meg's looking for text. Sorry.
Sorry.
We can search for it. We have to go back over the comments that came in while we were doing the rankings anyway.
Yeah.
So, right. Okay then. So, going back over what have we missed while we were doing the ranking then? Where is Gyaru Jellymon? Jesus. Could have led to an awesome evolution. I joke about rewriting Ghost Game as needs potential to breed. Maybe the cartoon. Okay, so we're there. They could have simply have Angoramon mutter himself, "I'm not losing another friend." Oh yeah, we covered that. What if Ruli got hurt? Yeah, I mean that's another way to do it, isn't it? I'll lower these down. I look bald when they sit on my head now. Lower them down here. Yeah, like there's like if she got hurt, maybe that's something they do in a future episode when he turns up.
There's another comment that lower down.
Yeah. Well. No, I've seen. I'm just doing them in chronological. Okay. The small mutter would have improved a lot. Yeah, they just don't want filler like Dragon Ball. Just imagine, give it 2 or 3 more minutes. Okay, so we're actually further ahead with the comments than I thought. Even Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters GX did 2-parters. It did. Different company, but I appreciate the sentiment. All the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series do 2-parters. Sometimes even 3, 4, and 5. Angoramon starts muttering, despairing. Okay.
One thing I actually just remembered about Yu-Gi-Oh! From watching it years ago. And then when we were talking about me watching it again, I was like, doesn't it stretch things out like 2 or 3 episodes at a time?
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, you might get 2 turns in 20 minutes of episode. Because there's just so much.
And then the next episode repeats those before it does another move.
Yeah. Oh, god, yeah. Yeah. Despair. Yeah, we did the Monokuma thing. Do you want to turn your commission into a writing commission? Yeah. Okay, so this episode is Sacrifice That Child Ruli this time. Ghost Game is pretty that pretty nice series that you really like and does everything well enough. But you feel like it could be way better than it is. It could be a 9 or a 10, but it keeps itself at a 7. Yeah. Yami saying Yami gave favorite character to Granny as well. Corvid, said, I'm still slightly surprised they didn't put a twist with Granny either. Like, she's a Digimon too, or she's in league with the werewolf, kind of like a pseudo partner thing. That could have been fun because, we haven't done the pseudo partner thing since Birds. Like, we haven't seen a Digimon manipulate a human in that way. Like, since, Birds. And maybe it is a case that they looked at it and went, yeah, we're not doing that again. Because Birds is an awful, awful, awful episode.
Crows are the best part.
So maybe it is a case that they just don't want to get away from that, but I would like to see the Digimon that are using human emotion to come into the real world maybe turn that against humans and and use them, manipulate them, or use them as an emotion battery or something. Could be fun. What are you looking for?
Sorry, I just... Sachi is also someone in Corpse Party. Sorry.
I'd start taking that phone off you once we go live.
Okay, Mom.
Yeah. Picklemon. Is it not slightly weird though that the 3 of them keep inviting them to each other's occasions 99% of the time? Hero's camping the only exception. Like, why did Ruli even invite Hiro and Kyoshiro to visit her with her cousin? She wanted friends. She just wanted someone she knew in this village she hadn't been to in forever.
Yeah, it's like summer vacation, right?
Yeah.
And friends go on trips.
Yeah,
they all stayed in Hiro's house. Now Kyoshiro has to do something.
Yeah. I think the right person needs to piss off Lamormon by attacking Ruli. He may go kaboom, or maybe Lamormon goes crazy during a battle, and that's the cause of Ruli getting hurt. Possibly. Yeah, again, like, that is something they could do in a few episodes. Because I feel like they need to do something like that at least once. Because one of 2 things is going to happen. Well, no, maybe one of 3. Either they're never going to address this. That situation will happen once, and then she'll tame him. Or he'll evolve to Mega, and it'll be a non-issue.
Yeah.
And I feel like option 3 and 1 aren't mutually exclusive. I feel like they work together. So yeah, because I see Lamormon getting tamed, and then he'll just be Angoramon that talks like this. He'll be Christian Bale doing Angoramon. Never letting that go. Lamormon versus Gulus would be interesting. Jean d'Arc, yeah, Lakshin Bai. Isn't that a little bit like Sabers? Exactly, and that's where I thought they were drawing the inspiration from. It's because it's still a good idea. Having Digimon manipulate humans, it's still a good idea. Wasn't that the Ex-Tyrannomon and Warumonzimon? Yes, do it again. Like, don't have something like that be a one-off. Do that more often to show that the Digimon are getting smarter, or they're becoming a bigger threat, or if you want to do more world building for the D Brigade, or whatever story we thought this show was going to tell in the early ons, if you want to do something else, show it, do it more, make that the theme of the series. There's no just because they do it for one episode doesn't mean that it's a bad idea for another one if it works within the context. And especially in this episode, Manticoremon eating the data of a legend. How did he get that legend? Maybe he manipulated Granny. Maybe Granny went, I can get rid of the Tsukiyono kid with doing this. The show probably wouldn't be that dark about it, but just because it's a good idea for one episode, again, doesn't mean that you can't do it again, but put a different twist on it and fresh. God, he will just fall out a window one day and we'll ignore it. Yeah, it doesn't mean it's a bad idea, or that if you put a different spin on it, the same concept can't work again.
Yeah, see, those two as well, they were manipulating her, by, she was a kid and they were twisting things around and, pretending to be her friend, whereas with Bird, he full on nearly mind controlled that guy.
Yeah, he did.
So it was completely different.
He had no dialogue. No, well, the Adagaramon had no dialogue.
Yeah.
He had at the end of
that guy saw him and then was just hypnotized by him and went, "Yeah, sure, I'll do what you want."
Yeah. So I mean, there's a precedence for it. Precedent. Yeah, same thing. Just do it again. Put a new twist on it, and you have this repeat instance where, hold on, Digimon are not just feeding off emotion to materialize, they're using that to their advantage. Felismon could build an army that way. He doesn't just have to turn them to stone to get... Speaking of, where is Felismon?
He's off conspiring with Phantomon.
We hope. We hope. He doesn't just have to turn them into stone statues and feed off their fear. Now that he's materialized, he could be manipulating them, getting them to do his bidding, getting him resources, getting him information. There is a wealth of storytelling you can do with that concept. It's just a shame they never really go anywhere with it. Even Savers, after the first 10 episodes, that concept just gets dropped. Because to be fair, Savers' plot kicks in at episode 12. To be fair, the plot does kick in at episode 12. God, those were the days. The plot starting early in the show. We didn't know what we had, guys. We didn't know what we had.
Except you complain about that sometimes too.
Well, there's ways of going. There's ways these things can be done. They even already did it with Vamdemon's business cover. Yeah. But again, if you build up this theme of that's what the show is turning into, Digimon aren't just feeding off emotion, they're using it to their advantage. There's a wealth of stories you can tell with. Ghost Game is basically a big test of concepts to see what hits and what misses. Sure. It can feel that way, but I'm always entertained.
Yeah.
And at the end
of the day, as much as we complain about it, we're really enjoying it.
Yeah. And that, at the end of the day, not many other shows can say that. I'm not about to go on a little tirade. I'm not, but there are a lot of shows where you feel like you're watching out of necessity, not because you're actually enjoying what's being presented.
Yeah, sometimes you're just watching just to see how it ends, to go, okay.
Yeah.
But you don't actually have any energy invested in it. You're just watching it for the sake of watching it.
Probably because You said to do it.
I know.
Chat, shame Meg for biting her nails. Shame her. Ring the bell. Shame. 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 So not even Tamers or Savers managed that. Yeah, it may have its problems, but it is the first anime that made me write fanfic about it. Not even Tamers or Savers managed that. Yeah, that's fair. Like, cause there's a lot open to interpretation in this show that you can write more fanfics about. You know, like this universe is very open to self-insertion. Like, there's no reason why another team, like another 3 or 4 kids on the other side of town, aren't doing the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, or encountering other legends and other yokai and folklore. There's no reason why they're not.
Though they might not have the...
Oh no, they probably don't have the bracelets because Hokuto made those. You know, and we already seen that in the Petermon episode. Kids are partnered with Digimon. So that's a whole thing in itself. What do you do without a Digivice? How does evolution work? Do the Digimon that evolve just stay in those forms? Can they go down? There's a whole other...
with the 2 weird...
Like the 2... Yeah, the one with the Hawkmons that turn into the Orca. The Orcamon. Yeah, like... There's a lot that can be done in this universe, and it opens itself to a lot of... just flexibility, I suppose. You know, so... Good. I look forward to next week. We'll probably end up doing the show on August 1st.
That kind of worked out.
That does kind of work out, you know. Like, I think even if
I'm just
no
in my
no.
But yeah, it works out as well because I'm working those 3 days, so I don't want to be up doing the podcast and then I have to get up early on Monday either.
That's also fair. But even if our friends that come to visit, if they go home on the Sunday, well then I think just instead of doing this on Sunday, I'll just play Survive. And then we can do the show on Digimon Day. We'll probably play more Survive early on in the day anyway, because Digimon Day.
Yeah.
But anyway, there is nothing with the show that actually gives us a reason to follow these 3 specifically. Yeah, exactly. There's really not. But every week they manage to do something. You go, that was an enjoyable 20 minutes. Sure. You know.
Okay. It stands to it. There's not many episodes that make us go, let's see that again.
Yeah.
Or if we don't want to see it again, it's because it's a Betsumon or something creepy.
Yeah, like
it's more of a I don't want to see them again.
Realistically,
it's not like, that was shit.
Realistically, right? Out of 35 episodes, right? There are 4 that I think we would never want to watch again.
Yeah.
3 really, but 4 at a push because of the ending. So the Doll's Manor, the Curse Song, and Bird. I think the both of us are okay if we never watch those episodes again.
Yeah.
And Freezing Hell is good up until the last 30 seconds.
Yeah, we should just, we're doing the rewatch, we just cut it off and it just ends there.
Yeah.
The rest of it didn't happen.
Yeah. You know.
We'll be watching it years later with someone and they go, didn't they make friends with him in the end?
All right.
We warned you.
Yeah. It just gets to that point where, like, Tesla Jellymon's about to land the final attack, and it just cuts and it's just footage not found. And then you do that reference. Didn't that used to have a friendship ending? All right, you've been warned. Oh man.
Yeah, it feels like the same thing could be happening everywhere.
Yeah, it feels like the same thing could be happening anywhere. The only difference being that Digivice is made, but yeah, that's what we were saying. Like, Hokuto made the bracelets, which is why Hiro and Ruri and Kyoshiro have them, and maybe someone else in a couple of episodes. We still don't know what's really happening with Espimon, and Ryudamon for that matter. They're under the Ghost Game branding, but I haven't seen anything to suggest they're actually going to be in the show soon. Ryudamon makes a lot of sense because of the ties to Zubamon. But the Zubamon thing could also just be because anniversary. And then Espimon turned up in the Dreamers manga. He's going to be in the new Digimon project thing. Which is also interesting because the last set of Digimon project videos were the live action things for the bracelet. So it makes sense he's going to be in that one.
Yeah.
That might be where they start advertising the VV and the BE properly. So we might see those soon enough. But yeah. Glitched? What glitched? Are we glitched?
I don't think so.
Okay, we're not glitched. Okay. Desmond, did your internet die?
No, we seem okay. Unless the sound is gone.
Did your internet die? No, we're good. Okay. All right. Well, look, I think we'll get into comments and then we'll get ready to wrap up. So... no comments held for review. We have 3. And okay, cool. So we'll be in and out very swiftly. So we'll start with Sleek Emu's comment from last week. Episode today was boring for me. I feel like this was a repeat of the Splashmon episode. It was. Hopefully after Angoromon gets his ultimate, the plot will go full force. 34 episodes is normally when Digimon has already moved to the villain group arc and then the final boss. Yeah, I mean, we've kind of been saying that ourselves. It's been like, okay, well, look, we've new Digivices and potentially new partners to introduce, so the show kind of needs to, get a move on. Justin commented, well, I just gotta say that Ghost Game knows what it's doing when it comes to creepy crawlies. I never thought I'd see the day where Hero would scream in fear that that's Kyoshiro's job. And honestly, I don't blame him. I would have done the same thing if I walked into my room, turned the lights on to see some lizard creature on my ceiling hissing at me. Fair. That is a fair comment there. And on top of that, it gets pretty gross with the cracking and then them spitting out the rings. Yeah, actually made me shiver. They're all drooly and just mucusy and ugh. Yeah. One thing I really liked in the episode was Tesla Jellymon's strategy, because when she mentioned the water tank, I just put 2 and 2 together. Yeah, I play Pocket Monsters, so I know my type matchups. Lol. One thing that I didn't really like about the episode was how Nanami was portrayed. We don't really know what her character is due to her having little speaking lines and also her being a human gecko for the whole show. But overall, I give the episode a 3, nothing more and nothing less. AJ, I love your reference about Girahim from Skyward Sword. Last time I heard you bring up Skyward Sword, you were saying, I took the day off so I could play a sponsored game. I took the day off work. I mean, I'll take the day off to play a Zelda game. I've taken the 29th off to play Digimon and Xenoblade to a lesser extent. Don't tell Ben I said lesser. What? Then Bayonetta's coming out the 28th of October. I've taken that off. So, I like making days of releases I'm excited for. So, and then Ataro, always good to see Ataro, says, hello AJ. Hopefully by the time you're reading this, you're doing well and haven't been reduced to a smoldering pile of ash by the floating death ball we call the sun. Oh, this heat wave. Oh, the heat wave we had at the start of the week was awful. We're not used to temperatures up in the 30 degrees Celsius. Convert that to whatever it is for Fahrenheit, but we're not used to it in this part of the world, so we were dying. speaking of doing well, Salamandermon seems pretty alright for someone who got murdered 20 episodes ago.
Yeah.
He got better. I know it's obviously not the same one, but it's amusing they made an ep centered around the Digimon we saw die a while back. Yeah, this is true.
They sent him to Mummymon's hospital where his status was upgraded to alive.
Yes. Well done. Oh, well done. That's good. That's beautiful. Well done. Oh,
feel free to make a video of that too.
Oh, I got popped for that. I popped for that. That's fun. All these video memes I need to make.
We're gonna start
if only we had a Discord, people could remind me to do these things in. Speaking of which, if you'd like to join our Discord, you can do so by following this link. Where is the see, it always times out every week. I set it to no limit. Never no limit.
Yeah, but that link, like if people go into this chat in 6 months and see that link, they can still click that link.
Oh, okay.
That's what that means.
Right, so it will still auto-generate new ones? Random. Yeah. Anyway, so if you would like to remind me of the video memes I still have to make, you can join our Discord here. Wait, so is Hero the only one with the problem with perfect? So far, yeah, because Hero's been the only one in a position where he's unknowingly tried to push past it.
Yeah.
Also, they should be like the Cyber Sleuth Paranormal Club. Oh, something like that'd be fun.
They kind of are.
I know they are, but something like that where they're investigating the legend around like the Shibuya Crossing song and things like that. That'd be a fun episode.
That would also be a fun little side thing that they could do on YouTube. Set up Rory's channel.
Oh, that'd be so... Yeah, like if they set up their rerun channel and they just did all these little extra projects.
Yeah, even like 5-minute episodes where she's talking about...
Yeah.
The lore of something and...
Yeah.
I had a whole chance to do that with her running a channel.
Based around myth and legends. And yeah. God damn, that is a missed opportunity and a half, isn't it? Jeez. They've oddly gained no new members, unlike past seasons so far. Yeah, I'm holding on for another few weeks because the Espimon Dim comes out in like 2 weeks. And I think from then we'll start moving into them actually going to the digital world, and because we have the rock climbing episode next week. Then we have I'm not going to talk about it because spoilers. Then we have that episode, which is just going to be yeah. And then I think after that, like, we'll have our spoilers to talk about for 38 through 42, and I think that's where we'll hopefully start to see what the direction of the rest of the show is going to look like.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
We can't really base that on the spoilers either, unless they give away major.
Yeah, which they don't always. Some of them are very direct. This is the plot of the show. Others are like, ooh, tune in and find out.
Corner.
Yeah. Some of them are very vague. But like, if we start seeing Espimon in the episode title or Hokuto getting mentioned again,
yeah,
I think there's a pretty good chance we're actually heading to the digital world in a few weeks. Oh, so I think that's where we'll wrap things up. I think we're
about an extra this week.
No, there's no extra. We don't have spoilers. There's not a whole lot of news.
We didn't get anything new Digimon related.
No.
You showed off your cards. That's it.
Yeah, we don't there's nothing.
Reiko's not finished the art yet.
So we don't have our Reiko
next week.
Yeah, we don't have our Reiko corner this week because
but if you join the Discord, you could probably see it in there.
Yeah. You'll see it before we show it off on the show.
Or you can follow Reiko on Twitter. That works too.
Get into the Discord and then do that. Anyway. promo our stuff.
We promo Reiko stuff every time we do this anyway.
Anyway. So, that is it for us for now. Thank you all so much for joining in. It's been a very fun Sunday hanging out with you guys, as it always is. I hope you guys had fun. Next week, we're going rock climbing or cave. We're going splunking, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's more we're going splunking than rock climbing, but looks to be a fun episode. I think I know who the monster of the week is.
I don't know if I do.
No, I won't.
No.
I think we spoke about it when we were doing the synopses.
Yeah, I just can't remember at the moment.
It'll be fun to see him again, is all I say, because we've seen him recently, and I'm just like, oh, another reuse. Interesting. I won't say any more than that. I'll leave it to your imaginations if you're unaware. But we will see
Don't say it in the chat.
Yeah. So we'll see you back on Monday, August 1st, Odaiba Memorial Day, for our watch along and review of Digimon Ghost Game episode 36, Labyrinth of Sorrow. So until then, do look after yourselves and take care. Thank you all so much for being here. Hope you had fun. Join me over on Twitch for Digimon Survive during the week. And I'll catch you all later. Bye. And no, he's not wearing pants now.